And this story unfortunately had a lot of stuff attached to it that probably should not have been attached to it, but unfortunately, in the times and the political atmosphere that we're in today, certain things are going to be asked, certain questions are going to be, asked, and
regarding whether somebody's a tether or not.
it's
That's the big
unfortunate
thing now. Is what are they?
because it shouldn't matter
It should
in
matter
this case
though.
right here, and to me, it doesn't.
It should matter.
But it did cause not across, not in the place that you might say it matters, but at least in some places it mattered. People asked the question, people felt offended that it was asked. So let's talk about it. Florida woman who fatally shot neighbor appears in court. Chef releases details of racial threat. So this is in Florida. Black woman with a white neighbor, old white lady, had months of back and forth. What it was, the white one was calling her kids niggas and calling them slaves and all type of stuff, going back and forth with her children. One day she finally got fed up with it because the old white lady, while they was outside playing a grassy part, which is public space, but she put up a private sign, which is not your property. You can't do that.
Yeah.
The kids were playing in the place they should play, in a grassy area, and apparently,
shout out to Dre.
Oh, what up?
How did he pop up? What are you talking about?
Oh, damn.
How did he pop up when we get ready to pick?
But apparently they were playing basketball. I'm sorry, and she took something and threw it and hit one of her kids in the foot. So the mother, she went over and approached her at the door. She said she was knocking at the door, like, I'm gonna
can't do that no more.
And said the woman shot her right there in front of her son.
Man, this story is heartbreaking. I hate it when children witness their parent being murdered, regardless of circumstances.
I agree.
Eastwood said the bail was set at $54K.
I thought it was $154K.
$154K.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said. I'm sorry. I thought you said 54. Okay.
So which I agree. There should be no bail.
There should be no.
It should have been $1 million bail, so she couldn't be able to get it.
Well, she probably could.
But they probably would. It don't even matter. They would have set up a GoFundMe.
She would have got
out of there.
She would have got out of jail. That's the point.
This Karen is the definition of a menace to society.
I agree. That's a menace. That's a true menace to society. She was a danger.
But yeah, you cannot be going up to people's door no longer trying to, confront them, have confrontation, or even have a civil conversation, because they use that stand your ground law in Florida. That's the number one go-to law.
Now, let me say this. A lot of times throughout, especially the last 20 years, where these police shootings have been more prominent in the media, because they've been used as pawns to make us do what they want us to do. But that's besides the point. When you hear people say, as a black person, when you're dealing with a cop, just do what you need to do to go home. And people say, but they're being disrespectful, they're messing with you for no reason. And people say, just do what you need to do to get home. People hear that and think that you're justifying what happened to them. But what Travis just said is true. You see what's happening when you show up on somebody's doorstep, even if you're not a danger, you're not a threat.
No, you catch them outside.
You can't come on people's property no more. They are shooting you through the door now.
You catch them outside at the grocery store.
If you got problems with somebody, go ahead.
Eastwood says she just received an eviction notice.
I was just about to say that. Now, ain't that kind of silly? As a landlord, you've been hearing these complaints.
Well, you said she had a trespass sign in the yard. How do you have that?
Nobody paid attention to it.
It don't matter. The landlord people should say you cannot have a trespassing sign in the yard, in the grass area.
But along with that, the landlord heard the stuff that she said to the kids. They called them niggas. The landlord heard that she was calling them slaves. He or she, whatever. You didn't evict them till after they killed someone.
After the harm had been caused.
So all this time, all this stuff is going on that was clearly building up.
Was the landlord white? Probably so. The judge already treating her with kid gloves, looking for any reason to give her the right to bail. But why she stole the kid's iPod. Mr. Man said, "Nah, she's supposed to go over there." And
look. That's what I'm saying. We understand. Look, in this country, in America, these people are going to take advantage of the position that we're in right now. We keep saying this every episode. We are not in our kingdom.
We are in woe. We are woe, ho.
We are behind enemy lines. Everybody's going to take advantage of your position. You have to move through. You have to be careful because everybody's looking for a justification to do something to you. You got to move smart, man. You just can't react the way we should be able to react. When somebody do something to us, we should be able to go back at them.
True.
You can't do that now.
George went and got a Bible verse. Isaiah.
Go ahead, read the Bible verse.
Chapter 64, verse 6. But we are all as unclean things and our righteousness are as filthy rags, and we all do fade as leaf, and iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. Minstrel
Yeah, he's saying we're not perfect.
rags.
He's saying that we need
iniquities.
the Most High. We're not perfect. He's talking about the natural nature of the man, or a human being, should I say. He's saying we need to be cleansed by the Spirit. I'm not going to get into the
George went and got a Bible verse talking about iniquities.
Yeah, the point of the matter is you're supposed to strive to be better, and you can't do it yourself because you're not perfect. But anyway, back to this. You have to be careful with how you carry yourself, because in this situation, they can justify what they do to you.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Eastwood. I'm just waiting for the real nigga drive-bys. We need to go back to the 80s retaliation.
Do we need the Panthers
I
back?
do that, bitch. You talking to me or dude? Damn. Regina said, add Eastwood and Henderson. I hate to admit it, but I agree. This come from a Seattle.
Damn.
Damn.
Said to go pop their ass.
Damn.
That went a whole round let off. All right.
It's astonishing.
A white Florida woman charged with shooting and killing her black neighbor told detectives that she called the victim's children by racist slurs in the months leading up to the slaying, according to the arrest report released Thursday.
Let me read. Brilliantly flawed. It's astonishing how many distractions we're dealing with as a race.
That's what I'm saying. They got so much overflow of information and situations going on. You got to stay focused. Susan, the woman, admitted to detectives she called the children the N-word. One child told deputies that the night of the shooting, she came out of the house and gave the children the middle finger and said this, "Get away from my house, you black slave." What? What? What the hell?
I ain't gonna rile them.
Y'all
I
talking
ain't gonna
crazy.
do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
So let me just play this video right quick of them talking about the situation.
What's going on in the comments?
Yeah, they be going wild sometimes. Crazy.
Hey, Mystery Man won't smoke today.
Yeah, I don't know.
He took a couple week break. He won't smoke.
Occurred that night. Here's what I can tell you: is we know that this has basically been a neighborhood feud over time. I've got reports that these things they've called one side or the other. Either the mother, Ms. Owens, is called, or a shooter is called, complaining about the children. Now, his children being children. Many of y'all have heard me talk about as being a father and having my own kids. Here's what I wish. I wish our shooter would have called us instead of taking actions into her own hands. I wish Mrs. Owens would have called us, in hopes we could have never got to the point in which we are here today. Now, my resolve of finding the truth is unwavering. Let me make that clear. The individuals standing behind me, most of them are my close friends, but they are part of the community. They know where my heart is. They know the dedication in which I have to protecting every citizen in my community. Now, the dispute between the children is what led us up to a confrontation at the door. Now, it's unclear this time, and there's some things I can't give you because I don't know everything at the moment. But as we talk to more witnesses, the more information in which we get. My hopes is it will be resolved quickly, as in all of my cases. Sometimes my hopes and the path in which they are not equal, or they don't always agree. And let me encourage, because one of the things that we in law enforcement face.
All right, I'm gonna do it because he's trying to be a damn preacher right now.
Who, the white pastor? I mean, police officer.
Yeah, basically stole the iPad, shot it through the door, as we were talking about earlier. Got to be careful. Now I want to show.
Don't be running up on people in their houses, please.
Now, another point of contention with the story, unfortunately, is
AKA he wish a nigga would, KKK style.
A little while ago, there was a situation where a Black American was killed And on social media, someone said they don't care because they're Black Americans, so they have nothing to do with them. So when this story came up and they saw the woman's name, it wasn't just people in America. It was also publications ran by, I guess you would say, African
Newspapers,
newspapers and stuff. They all published that she was Nigerian
because of her name.
Yeah, because her first name is Nigerian. It's a U.S. woman who killed Nigerian mother of 4, has a history of harassing children.
But what's happening is not what's happening. This has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
People who go into these African religions or Pan-African type of things, they change their names to Nigerian African names. And even some of the Gullah Geechee people, they have West African names too.
Yeah, they do. But I'm gonna play a video of her mother. I can't say her first name. Is it Ajike? Ajike?
I'm not Nigerian. I wouldn't know.
I'm
Black American.
Her mother spoke for her. Let me play the video.
My grandchildren's mother was shot and killed with her 9-year-old son standing next to her.
Can you go any louder?
She had no weapon. She posed no imminent threat to anyone. When we say it takes a village, it was a village that raised my baby girl, and I am grateful to each and every one. It is now going to take a village for these children. What I'm asking is for justice. Justice for my daughter, Ajike Owens. I am asking for justice for Isaac Williams. Justice for Israel Owens. Justice for Africa Owens. Justice for Titus Owens. Justice for your family, for your children, for your loved ones. Justice for America. To God be the glory. I know justice will prevail. This is not over. My Father in heaven will see to it that these children, our family, our community will receive justice and provide for this family.
If I go to Africa,
so as you can see, what happened?
Mr. Man. So she is FBA. Her mother just gave her a Nigerian name, but she's FBA.
As far as we know, obviously.
As far as we know,
it shouldn't matter to me.
It matters.
And why should it matter?
Lineage matters.
No, I'm not asking why lineage matters. I'm asking why that matters.
So you saying that you should know where they come from, or?
I didn't say you should know where people go from, but when someone gets killed, does it matter?
If a white person get killed, if an Asian person gets killed,
no, I'm talking about within your race. If someone gets killed, does it matter?
Within your race? How we know that Nigerian people are within your race? Not all of them are Shemitic people. Some of them are Hermetic.
Which my black.
So as long as they have the same skin tone as you, you should care. It's Indians that's dark.
That's not the same
race. It's Asians that are dark.
That's not the same race.
They not. What you mean that's not the same race?
They Indian, Asian.
So all Africa is same race as.
I didn't say that.
So
all.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying this woman, this black woman.
There are black people all over in different cultures.
I understand that there's a different distinction. I'm saying they are the same race, aren't they?
Everybody's mixed up.
Okay. All right. That's your opinion.
When I'm saying mix, I don't mean like
mix.
I mean like there are different cultures in each.
It's a different lineage, but that don't mean that ain't
okay.
All right.